Good morning, everyone. Today we'll do the remaining part of lesson 1. Few exercises we had done in the last class. Today we have all writing practice work. It will help you to improve your writing skills. For this, what you can do is first try to write yourself. Later on, you can tally with my work that I send you in assignment section. Before that, you can try writing on your own. That will help you because this is needed. If not today, later on you would need writing skills. That time it will be helpful. Anyway, first is you have to write the story on the next page. Like we have to start with page number 13. Page number 14, there's a blank sheet where you have to use these clues and write a story. Now this story obviously comes from your class 4 book. If you remember, Alexander पढ़ा था ना, Puru the Brave. It's from there. So you know the story very well. You know the spirit of the story. Try writing on your own. Anyway, Alexander, king of Macedon, invaded India. You remember, I hope you remember. Puru, king of northern India, he was brave but defeated and taken prisoner by Alexander. Alexander admired him. Why? For his bravery. In the evening, remember they were all seated in the tent. All his 4 generals and Alexander. Sent for Puru, Alexander looked into eyes and realized that he was a proud soldier and a proud Indian. How should treat you, Alexander, as one king should treat another, was the proud reply of the Indian king. Now I hope you're reminded of the entire story. And I've sent you in your assignment section. Only thing is, first try doing on your own. The satisfaction that you will feel after doing, हो सकता है there are 10 mistakes in it, but you will really feel great satisfaction. Instead, if you simply copy my work, you will not feel that thrill, that satisfaction, that excitement of doing, हो सकता है that is full proof work without any mistake, but it will not give you that happiness. And if you do on your own, maybe with 10 mistakes, it will give you real happiness. Now next is very simple, a health camp for elephants. I hope many of you have been to Jaipur. It's not far up from Alvar, and it's a very easy. It's very easy to go to Jaipur. It's the capital of your state you live in, and when you go to Jaipur, Amer is a very important historical monument, historical site there, Amer Fort. It used to be the residential palace of King of Jaipur. It's very famous because of its architecture, and it's on the hilltop. Basic thing is it's on the hilltop. It must have been very difficult to construct. Long back it was constructed, and that time the technology was not so developed. I don't know how people must have carried those big boulders up the hill and constructed the entire fort. Must have been very difficult, but Indian architecture and sculpture is famous all over the world, olden times ka. So when you go to Amir, when you move up, when you climb up the fort, that ramp which leads you to the main fort on the hilltop. Some people go walking, they can climb up, but some who cannot climb up, maybe old or very young, they can hire elephants. There are elephants available to take you up and bring you down. but for us it is a joy ride, sitting on the elephant, moving up and then coming down. But if we see the other side of it, elephants, they suffer a lot. 10 to 15 people sit on their back. Imagine 10 to 15 people in one go sit on their back, and poor elephant खुद ही इतना heavy होता है. Then 15 people sitting on its top, on its back, and the elephant has to climb up with so much load. Then they are not given proper meals. Elephants need a big meal, but the owner of the elephant is not so rich. They cannot afford to give them proper food. So the elephants are ill-fed. They suffer from malnutrition. They walk so much up and down. The stones are hot. तो क्या होता है? Their feet, they get cracked nails. उनके nails, nails show your health. आपके nails are strong, that means you have a good health. But आपकी health is not good, then you will not have good nails even. So animals don't get proper diet, so उनके जो nails होते हैं, they get cracked. Their feet from the bottom, underside of the feet, suffers a lot. They get hurt there, it bleeds, and their owner simply beats them with the stick, and they have to keep moving up and down, up and down. The condition is really pathetic for the elephants. But now the people are realizing that they need to give good care to the elephants. After all, they are also living beings. They need to be taken good care of. So here we have, you don't have to fill in much, but simply one or two words at a time. The Amer Fort near Jaipur is on a hilltop. Many tourists go to the top on the back of elephants. Some make up to 10 trips up and down. My God, 10 trips up and down the fort. They are not healthy. They suffer from ailments. Some get foot rot. Some have nail cracks. Some even suffer with malnutrition. Now, a free health camp will be held for elephants will be held. Local vets means veterinary doctors. Local vets will be trained. Elephant experts from South India and the Northeast will share their knowledge with the keepers of Rajasthan. Those who keep the elephants in Rajasthan, they'll be trained by the experts of South India and Northeast, because ये दो parts of India है where the elephants are found in abundance. There, of course, experts are there. So they will share the knowledge with Rajasthan elephant keepers. There is a hope that the elephants will be looked after in a better way. Now, we can hope that people will be taking good care of elephants. Then they will not look so sad. If you actually look at the elephants from close, you will realize that they have tears in their eyes. I have seen. It's so pathetic. It's really miserable to see them. They have tears in their eyes and they cry. Actually, they cry with pain. It's really sad for them. Okay, next is comprehension होता है ना. You know how we have been doing comprehension. Last year भी करा था. Then we did it during the test. When more for practice is here, you can try doing your on your own first. Then check with my answers. आपको अच्छा लगेगा. You will feel very nice solving it on your own. It was nearly 6 o'clock and darkness was falling. Although Jack was quite high up the mountain, he couldn't see far. high up in the mountains होते ना, it gets dark quickly. The mist was getting thicker all the time and the rain was coming down harder. Mist, when it is cold and it rains, kind of fog होता है जो mist, the moisture in the air thick हो जाता है. So that is called mist, and it obliviates your sight. It hinders your seeing. You're not able to see clearly and properly at a distance. And the rain was coming down harder. He couldn't understand where he had gone wrong. Jack was up the mountain. He had to come down. He wanted to go home. When he had set out that morning, the weather had been fine. He realized that जब मैं morning में आया था, the weather was good. Halfway through the morning, he had decided to take a shortcut across the mountain. What he did, he tried to take a shortcut. But then, poor thing. Now as he sat down to look at the map, he realized that he must have taken the wrong path. He had a map with him. आजकल तो GPS होता है ना in the car. Earlier people used to carry maps on the paper. Paper maps रखते थे अपने पास to realize their path, their way. And when he opened that map, he realized, oh, he must have gone wrong while taking the shortcut. Jack put the map back into his bag. He had no idea where he was. He was lost. He stood up, feeling the cold rain trickling down his neck, and set off down the side of the mountain. He started getting down, at least नीचे तो चलो, then I'll find out the way to my home. So what he did not lose hope. He was a brave boy. He put his map back into the bag, and rain was like water was flowing down his neck, and he started moving down the mountain. Where was Jack? Jack was quite high up the mountain. Where was Jack? Jack was quite high up the mountain. Why could he not see far? He couldn't see far because the mist was getting thicker all the time and the rain was coming down harder. And it was getting dark also. It was getting dark. Dark bhi ho gaya tha, there was mist, the rain was there, so he could not see for far. What was the weather like in the morning? Of course, through the morning, the weather had been fine. In the morning when he had set out, the weather had been fine. Jack had a map. Then why did he have no idea where he was? Why didn't he have any idea where he was? He realized he must have taken the wrong path. What did he decide to do? Was his decision sensible or foolish? Oh, he decided to take a shortcut. His idea was sensible. From his side, of course, he was doing something good. Why do you think Jack decided to take a shortcut? Why do you think he decided to take a shortcut? Because he had taken a wrong path. The weather was becoming bad. It was getting cold and the mist was there. So he decided to take a shortcut and come down. That's all, children. First you try doing on your own. Then you can check with my answers. Again, I'm telling you, it will give you really happiness. try doing on your own. That's all for today, children. Next time we'll meet with the new student grammar. Okay, bye bye.